Hello and welcome. Today we are in my favorite tier 6 ship, the Pensacola. Well, okay, maybe not my favorite tier 6 ship overall, but at least definitely my favorite tier 6 cruiser. And that's because she holds the kinds of advantages that cruisers really rarely have, which is very punchy guns and armor that actually works against some of the battleships you face. On top of that, I quite like tier 6. I like it a bit more than I like the higher tier battles, because I like the lower ranges that are involved in matches like this. Like, if I had done the maneuver I did right now, in a tier 10 to 11 battle, I would have been shot at by like multiple battleships from spawn because everything has a bajillion kilometers range at that tier. Now, they aren't likely to hit, but if I'm unlucky, my armor isn't gonna stop any of those shells, so I'd better just pray to RNGesus, and that's my only real defense. On top of that, CVs aren't quite as broken in this tier. The Parseval isn't gonna like delete me for, just for existing as a cruiser. So these are some pretty nice advantages, I'd hope. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this one torpedo. Quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. Look at this! I'm fighting a destroyer at 12 kilometers and I'm actually not instantly dying. How crazy is that? But I do have to be careful. I do not have a heal like higher tier cruisers have, so every point of damage I take is too much. I need all of them. I need all my HPs to, I don't know, have a great game, I guess. But I'd like to know, what is your favorite tier 6 ship? Do you actually play it these days? Because what I've noticed is that a lot of players just don't play the lower tiers anymore as much. And I wonder if this is part of the reason why they don't really enjoy the game as much. I do think that as ranges get higher in the game just becomes a little less fun. Because at higher ranges, well, you can't really aim. Sure, your guns might be more accurate, but due to shell flight time and all of these other factors, it just becomes really sketchy to hit stuff. And if you get closer, the overwhelming damage output and accuracy at those tiers means that you simply just die. Although, to be honest, even if the accuracy wasn't there, it wouldn't matter, right? Because people would still shoot and they would just score hits through RNG. Either way, it just feels like the fights at higher tiers end up happening at higher ranges, and that just makes it kind of less fun. Now, I am in a tier 6 to 8 battle, so I do have to be somewhat careful on what I do, because I mean, fighting tier 8 other cruisers is gonna be a little sketchy. Fighting tier 8 battleships is even sketchier, so I do have to be careful. And that's basically what I've been doing so far. I've been sitting behind my island waiting for an opportune moment. I have shot down 12 planes, so that's actually a pretty good start for helping my team do some... Oh! Citadel! See? I told you these guns are really punchy. I mean, remember, this is a tier 6 cruiser. And at one point in the game, it used to be one of the worst tier 7 ships in the game, because it had an absolutely atrocious concealment radius. Nowadays, it's quite alright. I mean, down to 9.7 kilometers. In fact, this isn't just alright, this is really good. Or at least, good enough. I mean, imagine if this was a tier 8 cruiser. You would put on the concealment module and you'd be... or upgrade, and you'd be golden. You would actually be competing with, like, the Japanese cruisers at that point. Also, speaking of playing lower tiers, do you guys still play tier 5 or below? Because remember, back in the day, we used to play ships like the Congo a decent amount, right? We even got the special Congos that we used to play, and, Fujins and whatnot. But when I last played tier 5, I definitely ran into some bots. So I'm guessing that not that many players are playing those tiers these days. It's somewhat understandable. I do think we get more XP these days, so you pass through those tiers faster. And we do have a more mature player base at this point. Wait, that destroyer didn't actually die. It ate a torpedo, but it did not go down. Yeah, she is still right there. But has to be really low HP. Oh, our Kaga actually torped the Gallant. I think that was, yeah, that was the destroyer. See, the CV is donating some planes again. Isn't that nice of her? Anyway, what do we have to do to win at this point? Or what should we do in this current moment? We have nothing to shoot at. So let's take a look at our flank, for example. We have 2 cruisers, a battleship, and a destroyer. They have exactly the same amount of ships. They control the cap zone, so it's going to be up to us to push. Now, they don't have anything in the middle in the B cap, so our Z-31 might go over there and take the cap zone. This will leave us slightly outnumbered on this cap. And if you consider the fact that the enemy CV has been attacking on this flank, and ours hasn't, I suppose we kind of already are outnumbered. But I was spotted there, and I didn't spot anything in return. So I'm guessing the Almirante Cochrane is somewhere over there and is just outspotting me. But the enemy Avier seems to be coming in here, so I'm just gonna push and meet her. Because if I can, well, hopefully not trade, but if I can trade some of my HP for the Avier, that would be great. Although, she just turned around and started running immediately, but that's okay, we found a new target. If I was a destroyer and I saw a heavy cruiser coming around the island, I'd probably think of running too. I do have to worry a little about torpedoes from the French destroyer. Is it French? I hope it's French. Or Italian. One of them. I mean, what's the difference anyway, right? Same thing. Oh, Citadel on the Cochrane, but I have to push. Or at least do something, because if I don't do anything, that rook is gonna eat me. It's a scary, scary battleship. So I'm just gonna push forward. Okay? I have absolute confidence in being able to beat this cruiser, the Cochrane. I mean, Pensacola is absolutely excellent at these kinds of fights. Sure, she can't do many of these fights in a row because, well, she doesn't have a heal. But like a 1v1, Pepsi with full HP should win a fight like this. Unless I get torpedoed, of course, or the CV starts playing better and hits my broadside, forcing me to actually turn, because my armor is not actually the greatest. So our destroyer lost the fight in the B cap. So there's potentially an Avier on my broadside, although the CV seems to be flying in that direction, so I have some security. Oh, is that a broadside I see over there? Not anymore. Now it's a downside. For her. Anyway, this probably means I'm gonna be able to take this... Wait. The enemy rook that pushed the battleship actually was unable to kill the Jahresfeld? Wow, that's... How did that even happen? Like, sure, she had help from the Amagi, but I figured the battleship would at least be able to delete the cruiser, but I guess not. Oh, I might actually die to the destroyer now. 6.9k HP? Okay, never mind. But if I had hit that previous salvo, it would have been a lot better. Oh yeah, Pepsi also has amazing secondaries, as you can see. Literally just got a close quarters expert in a cruiser. I might be down to 5.5k HP, but I have confidence in being able to beat this Gokase. If she shows me broadside, I'm gonna just slap her out of the water. Into the water. Underwater. Something like that. The only worrying factor is the carrier planes flying in right now. I just need like 1 or 2 salvos on the Gokase and we should be good. I just need to survive long enough for that. Oh, I'm gonna eat the torpedo, aren't I? Wait, whoa, wait, what? 7? Oh, excuse me? I'm a cruiser shooting another cruiser at 6 kilometers. How did I get 7 over penetration? Okay, now things are making a little bit more sense. Okay, time to avoid the Gokase's torpedoes, where we have 839 HP more than we actually need. And I think we're gonna be able to take this capstone. I don't see the enemy CV being able to stop us here. However, the question is what happens well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter what happens after that, because we're gonna win the game. Because they only have 3 ships left. HP doesn't really matter that much when we have twice as much firepower. And I mean, one of their ships is a carrier, right? Who soon won't have her 54k HP anymore because she's in range of my guns, my friendly cruisers, and probably even the Amagis if she has the angle to fire. The only question is, will I survive long enough to actually sink the CV? 370 HP. Outlook is grim, but I'll try my best. I mean, it's always nice to hit CVs. See, if this was a tier 10 battle, the carrier would have just killed me, killed my friend and the battleship behind me, and then, I don't know, won the game or something. Because that's what tier 10 carriers do. They win games. Sometimes. Sometimes. Come on. All I need to do is survive this next attack from the carrier, right? I should be able to sink her after that. Come on. 10k left. Planes are incoming. I'm gonna turn into the torpedoes. 3k. Come on, torpedo. Aww. My ship's too fat. See, this is why I don't drink Pepsi. If I had drank Coke instead, would have probably survived. The carrier does go down. It takes another 5 minutes after that for this game to actually end, because the DD was so good at surviving. But we had a great game. 96k damage, 2.3k base XP, tier 6 in a tier 8 game. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.